So we finally get the Tecno Spark 20 Pro Plus after waiting for so long. This device was launched in December, but for some reason it wasn't available in the market for over 2 months. But here we are, looking at what is possibly the most premium budget phone right now. So why should you buy this over the regular Spark 20 Pro or Redmi's Note 13 Pro? Well, let's find out. The Spark 20 Pro is Tecno's take on what a premium budget phone should look like. As of now, I can only think of one budget phone that comes with a curved display, and that is iTel's S23 Plus from a few months ago. And that's a more affordable phone which is not quite as powerful nor feel as premium as this one. Although some might argue that you could look at one of the older flagships, say Samsung's S9, S10 from a couple of years ago, as those will have curved display but will be used, like very used, and on older software or probably refurbished, and you'll have to deal with the risks that come with it. But for anyone that fancies curved displays and are on a budget and wants something new, this is an attractive one. I like the fact that budget phones are getting really good on design and build quality, and Tecno is trying to stay ahead. Now the Spark 20 Pro Plus, feels weird and at the same time familiar saying Pro Plus when referring to a Tecno device. That is straight out of Xiaomi's naming playbook. Now while this is a detailed review of this phone, you can also see it as a comparison to the Spark 20 Pro, as I'll actually be referencing this device through this video. Now the Spark 20 Pro Plus is powered by a custom version of the MediaTek Helio G99. Tecno calls it the G99 Ultimate. Now you might have the expectations that it's a better processor than the regular G99, but I'd say it's just a refresh. Actually, I'll explain that in detail later on in this video. You really want to see that. For the pricing, the Spark 20 Pro Plus goes for 291,000 Naira. That is about $190. Now some stores retail it for up to 313k depending on where you get yours, and it looks like the price might actually be increased to over 340k. I think some stores already have that price listing. That's scary. I got mine with the gift box for 291k. I believe this gift box version is only available in limited quantities, so you might not get this one you buy. But I specifically asked for it from the store when I got mine, and I didn't have to pay anything extra. If you don't get the gift box though, you are not actually missing out on much. There are no extra accessories, just this key holder and a bunch of other AFCON themed items. The lovely transparent case that comes with it can be found in the main box, so you don't actually need the gift box to get this. It's a lovely AFCON themed case and it adds some style to the already fine design. I'm just curious why Tecno waited for AFCON to end before this got in the market, seeing that it was heavily promoted during the competition. I guess it actually doesn't matter much now that it's here. There are 4 colors for the Spark 20 Pro Plus, one of them being the Magic Skin Edition with a leather finish. I could not find that one in the market and I doubt its availability in this region. Mine is the Lunar Frost. It is a nicely designed phone, and without being told, you won't be guessing it's a budget phone. The rear is nicely textured and you have zero worries about smudges. The camera region has a different finish from the entire back panel. It's more glossy with a fine pattern underneath. Now if you think this camera layout looks familiar, it's because it's something we've seen before with OnePlus, but I like that it's not the iPhone design. Now the back is made of plastic, so is the frame. It is IP53 certified for dust and splash resistance, but don't go dunking it in water, it's not water resistance. Now one thing I noticed turning to the display aside the obvious curve is the symmetry. Most curved displays are barely symmetrical with the bezels, but it looks like Tecno has managed to achieve symmetry here. Or is it my eyes playing tricks? What do you think? Now you're looking at an obviously curved AMOLED display with 89% screen to body ratio, 6.78 inches in size, and 1000 nits of peak brightness. That is 2 times brighter than their flagship Phantom X2 Pro. It is a vibrant one and you get to choose if you want the screen colors enhanced, leave it as standard, or just fiddle around the color style in the settings. Now at this point, it is no longer surprising to see 120Hz refresh rate on a budget phone. We have it here, and unlike with the regular Spark 20 Pro, you can only choose between 60, 120 or have it switch automatically. The Spark 20 Pro has a 90Hz option. We're also getting an optical fingerprint scanner on screen, which works just fine and probably an attribute of premium these days. Another thing that comes with premium is the fact that we're losing the SD card slot. Yeah, the Spark 20 Pro Plus accepts dual SIM cards, but there is no SD card slot. Thankfully, it comes with 256 gigs of storage, but that's the only memory option. The Spark 20 Pro Plus has stereo speakers, and it's actually a solid one. The sound is great and you can feel the effect on the back of the device. And one thing I noticed while using this device is that occasionally it comes on while in my pocket. So there's a lot of pocket dialing. Sometimes I just discover that I'm dialing an emergency number while the phone is in my pocket. Now that is something a software update might solve. Let me know if you own this device and you've experienced that. It could be just my unit or something I've enabled, as I asked other creators that have this device and They say they don't put their phones in their pocket that much, and others say they don't experience it. So you let me know. Now let's talk software. The Spark 20 Pro Plus comes running Android 14 right out the box. If I'm correct, aside Samsung's A15 and the A25, this is the only budget phone to launch with Android 14. Redmi launched all their devices with Android 13. Tecno has promised 2 years of OS upgrades and will definitely be anxious to see that happen. The version of iOS here is 13.6, although on Tecno's website I saw iOS 14, but it's 13.6 we have here. It remains the feature-packed iOS, and while some of the bloatware apps are still present, ads are nowhere to be found. It looks pretty cleaned up to me. However, there's still not much to differentiate this from Android 14, and you probably won't be able to tell, at least on a visual level. One of the improvements I did notice is that the smart panel no longer requires you to swipe and hold from the edge. It works more like a proper sidebar, and you simply swipe and have access to all your favorite applications. I like how refined and optimized iOS has become. It is snappy, animations are great, however a visual refresh would not be a bad idea. And one thing I think Tecno should look at is the fact that the screen recorder seems to record at a lower frame rate, so the result comes out not so smooth and you'd think the phone was lagging. I noticed this on the Spark 20 Pro and I'm also noticing it here. And I know the phone was not lagging, it's just the screen recording that comes out lagging. Performance wise, I have no complaints about the Spark 20 Pro Plus. It's very capable of handling whatever you choose to throw at it, as you'd expect of a phone in its category. It's actually interesting seeing a Tecno Spark device being in the same performance category as a Redmi Note Pro device. It's usually the common series that competes with the Pro, but here we are thanks to the G99 Ultimate or Ultra. Now let's actually talk about that G99 Ultimate compared to the regular G99 you find on the Spark 20 Pro. I ran benchmark tests to compare them, and while the Antutu scores were close, the device running the regular G99 had the higher Geekbench scores. Now that got me a bit confused, as I had the impression that the Helio G99 Ultimate should be the more powerful one. Even Xiaomi used it on the costlier Redmi Note 13 Pro and called theirs the G99 Ultra. But here's why it's actually not very different. So it's more of the G99 Ultimate or Ultra. It's basically a G99, but MediaTek has allowed the brands to tune it specifically to their device. So you could call it a more optimized or efficient version of the same processor, but not necessarily faster. Adding Ultra or Ultimate to the name is just marketing to make it seem cooler. So if another brand decides to do similar, they will probably be calling it something other than Ultra or Ultimate, as Tecno and Xiaomi has done. Now it is still a good processor for the price this device comes out. Also, when you factor the design and build quality with that curved display. There are no major performance differences between this and the regular Spark 20 Pro, but if you are looking to compare them, note that this is a better device. Only choose the Spark 20 Pro if you are tight on the budget and don't mind settling for an LCD display. The Spark 20 Pro Plus games just fine on your high graphics titles on medium graphics settings. You won't be playing any games at max frame rate here, but it will handle the games just fine without lags or hitting on long sessions. Call of Duty Mobile can be played at medium graphics and high frame rates. PUBG gets HD and high frame rate. On both games, from the few gaming sessions I've had, there were no lags with the device, and I had no worries about heating. Now in the camera department, the Spark 20 Pro Plus maintains the exact same camera specifications as the Spark 20 Pro. However, you will notice major differences in their image processing. This is probably where it is more evident the optimization or efficiency of the Helio G99 Ultimate. The rest of these photos were captured on the 20 Pro Plus, and I'd say it does great. Now on videos, it can record at the max 2K 30 frames per second. You get 1080p 60 and 30 FPS options. Unlike with the Spark 20 Pro, you get ultra steady mode here. That option is not available on the Spark 20 Pro. So the Tecno Spark 20 Pro Plus, it's a 4G phone. It can shoot 2K 30 FPS from its selfie camera. Currently shooting in 1080p 30 FPS. You can also do 1080p 60, but I'm doing 1080p 30 because that's the only way you can get ultra steady, some sort of stabilization, which is a lot better than when you shoot 2K, which should be higher resolution, but not as stable. I'll put a sample. So I'm just coming from the gym, that's why I'm sweating. Look at those gains. Yeah, this is 2K 30 FPS. Should be higher res, should be better quality than the one you just saw, but not as stable as you can see. 2K 30 FPS. Tecno Spark 20 Pro Plus is an interesting device, and it's one I'll commend Tecno for. If you love curved displays, here's a good quality one on a budget. Now, while it might not have significant performance differences compared to the more affordable Spark 20 Pro, we can agree it's a much better device and it offers better camera performance. I think it's deserving of the name Pro Plus as far as the Spark series is concerned. Now, would you like to see me compare this to the Redmi Note 13 Pro? They're both running a custom version of the Helio G99 Ultimate, G99 Ultra. Use the comment section.